So in this video we are just going to fix our aiming animation. So I'm just going to show you the issue we have. You can see how the gun is slightly tilted, which doesn't look really great. And also when we are moving, there's this movement on the gun that is all the time moving the gun like an idle animation, but we don't want that right now. You can see how the gun is giving a slight movement if you are moving or not moving. Only when we are aiming, not when we are not aiming. So you can see how when we are not aiming there's no movement, and there's slight movement when we are aiming. We're going to fix that. So the first thing to do is to open the animation window by using the shortcut key Command 6 or Control 6, and then find our animation rifle aiming idle. So you can see how there are many keyframes, which we just need one. So just gonna select that, and then from this one to this, shift and then press the delete key. So there won't be any movement now. The other issue is the gun is always tilted on the left because the right hand is not correctly in correct rotation, so it's a bit of out of the, like, it's different from the original not aiming animation rotation. So we'll make that better. So to do that, we're just going to focus on the weapon and start modifying the values. So I'm going to start searching for which one actually does the thing. Let's see. So let's get right behind the gun so we can actually get a good view. Sorry. Okay then, so I'm gonna try to find it, so you don't need to follow me right now. When I find it, you can see what I found. Two of these we're gonna be modifying, so you don't need to follow me right now. I'm just gonna find which one is affecting the correct rotation of our hand, because keyframing is not supported on humanoid, but you can modify these values. So okay, so I found it finally. The right hand twist in out and the right hand right foot? No, right hand down up and right hand in out are the ones that actually modify the rotation of our right hand. So we can modify these to get an accurate one. You can see how this one is modifying rotation a bit. This one is down up, but it's still rotating it left and right. And then so I think we'll have to modify another one as well. So it looks like the right forearm twisting out might have to be modified anyway. So let's modify one of these. Oh, what does this do? So right arm twisting out as well. We will need to, I think, modify that. Not sure. We'll see. Let's put this one at a value of keep it same rather, don't need to change that one. Command Z again, so don't need to change those. Which one affects the Z-axis rotation? Let's find that. Okay, so the right forearm stretch, we have the right, okay, there you are. So the right forearm twisting out, as I was saying previously, is the one we need to fix. So I think 0.62 is looking good here. 0.62, 0.65, 0.64, and 0.62. I've kept that as 0.62. It saves automatically, and if I press the play button, you will see how the aiming animation won't also give that funny idle animation to us, and it will not actually have a tilted our weapon a bit. So let's see how it works. I can shoot. If I aim, you can see another issue, which is our camera holder aiming is no longer aimed correctly to the camera. It's no longer set correctly. So we can do that. We can fix that really easy. You can see the rotation is modified because the previous animation was not that good. And simply put the y-axis at 0 and press the play button. When aiming, you have a very big issue, so we'll have to modify the animation a little bit more. And we also have to move our camera holder aiming to the gun's position. I just use the shortcut key again to get in here, then select the play model. So Control 6 first you can press, and then select the play model. Select our aiming idle animation again, and we can modify this in play mode, and we will see the visual as well. 0.62 was the original one, so we don't need to. That was the one that I put before. Let's change this one. So let's make this, oh, that's too high. 0.125. It works on its original one, so I think we don't need that. We can leave the forearm. Minus 0.03 does the job for us, so make it 0.3. No, 3.1. Try and get as accurate as possible. So minus 0.305 we've got up to right now. Minus 0.307. So minus 0.307 is looking like the best one, and then we can modify this as well. 6.3. Let's see if we go out of play mode. It's saved. Can now save our project again. Close the play model. Save the project again. And let's see now. We need to modify the camera holder aiming. So let me just try out the reloading and shooting. So everything's going correctly and our effects look way better. So if you use the transformed set parent, all the scale is correctly done. So that's why our shooting is correct. Now let's just continue on this video. We need to make the camera holder camera holder aiming a little bit higher. So let's drag it above. And a little bit there. So now what I'm going to do, select the gun. I'm just going to copy the world transform. Then I'll select my aiming, and in my aiming I'll simply paste in the new world transform and drag it above until it's aligned. So now we can actually see it's looking better. just reset the scale. We'll copy the component, stop play mode, and paste in the component values. Save our project. I think we need to make the aiming look better. It's just not looking good. So what I'm going to do is I'll zoom a little bit in a bit. Yeah, so you can see the gun stable completely. That's alright, because we did it with the frames, so there's no idle working. And we can't stand up when we are underneath something that is greater than 2 in height. I mean exactly 2 or lesser than 2 in height. Unity meters check by using a raycast. So let's select the camera holder aiming, and on the transform, you can see how it is still a little bit on that side. So I'm going to reset the Z position to 0. I will Command Z and just keep that as it was. And I will first go into animation, aiming idle, and then set this to something like 0.64, 63, 0.635. So right now 0.635 is doing good. And on the AK, I can copy its swerve transform again and see what rotation now results on the Z-axis by selecting the camera holder aiming and pasting the world transform. You can see the Z-axis is still 2.062. Yes. Just a little bit. So you can go back into the window using Control 6 or Command 6. And right where we were modifying it, I'm currently looking in the wrong. I'm looking in the wrong animation, I think. Yeah, so let's go back to the rifle aiming idle. And here we have our value. We can change this a bit. I think we can go with zoom in. So now we can get a really high quality view, but it's not that high quality. So 6.4, 6.5, 6.6. I think we'll need to modify the other rotations as well. Let's just copy, let's copy the gun holder's world transform and try pasting it again. So now we have some nice and better values. Let's put this at 1.1, 0.15, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.45, 0.42, 0 on the Z, 0 on the Y. We still see how the gun is accurate, so we'll continue modifying and making it look better. let's see what we can do again. So let's select the play model, change the animation to rifle aiming idle rather, and change the forearm stretch to 8, 9, 3, 1, 0, 9, 0, 8, 7, 0, 4, 0, 3. So minus 0.3036. 3032 is good. And now we kind of have the perfect. Let's just copy the components and stop play mode. Simply paste the component values and we're done. I think we can continue now, and let's just give it a final test. So I'm zoomed in, I can look. Let's just make that back to 1. Aim, and that's looking way better. There's no extra rotation. I can scale that. And I can shoot, no, I mean not shoot. Scale that back. Yeah, this is a nice feature, like the zooming. And I can just shoot, as always. Keep the scale at 1. I think we could drag that a little bit behind because his hand seems to be clipping a bit for some reason. We can also change the height a bit. Let's see what goes best. Dragging it a bit forward, lower, forward. So we should show our hand, or we should not show the hand. One of the two. I think we'll just keep it the same, and just save the project. Let me just show you another issue that we have. It's basically we kind of, when we are shooting, we just play mode, and I'll show you. So I can move again, and you can see I'm shooting. I got those effects. I can jump about, and while shooting anywhere else, everything looks good. Let me just reload. So now, let me just crouch, and let's just start shooting in the sky. You can see how there's no effect. I think there's no audio as well. I'm not sure right now, but it's because I muted it, so I'll find out if there's no audio or there is audio. So in our shooting, we are calling the fire particle system and the gun audio inside the if physics. So because there's no collider in the sky, it just doesn't find anything and does not ever go in this if. To fix that, we'll just copy that from inside by doing Command X and just paste this in here. So that will kind of fix the issue. Because as soon as we shoot, the shoot is being called. That's why our ammo is being depleted. If I press the button, you can do Control P or Command P as a shortcut, and that's what I just did. That's why you could see how play mode just entered without me clicking it. I can unmute it now. Just lower the volume. So if I shoot, you can hear how it's shooting. Of course you can't hear from this video, but in your editor you should be able to hear the shooting noise and the effect. And there you are, another issue. We are just kind of in the falling idle animation, and the reason is pretty simple. It doesn't have the ground layer on them, so we can fix that as well. We'll need two colliders, two objects somehow. Setting this to ground will fix the issue, but then interactable will stop working. But I think do we need it? It has to be interactable, yes, so no this object only. On the box body we are going to add the layer different, and we'll also add a collider. So to do that, we'll simply select the box body. Rather copy the component of the ammo pickup and then paste in as new inside the box body. Let's see the bound. So the collider is completely, it's too long for some reason. We'll fix that. So we'll simply put the size. Y-axis to 0. The y-axis offset to 0, and the y the size to point. We got rather 1, and z has to be at 0.5. Put the z as 0.5. Offset of the z is 0.2, 0.25. And we can just drag them out to the top, and then just copy this component, select the other two, rather just do them one by one. Now we can select the box body, all of them, and just change their layer to ground. So ground. Keep the slab as well as ground, so that if the collider just finds the ground as that, so we'll have to actually you can see that now my player is not doing anything. It's not acting as if it was in the air. It's looking like he was on the floor, ground. You can see a issue here. So because of two colliders, they're just getting an issue. So it's flickering kind of. The thing is, the collider with the let's just fix this one first. So the height was too less, and then just do command to drag these up as well. Press play, and let's see again. So the issue is it's just giving this UI a bit, sometimes showing, sometimes not, and it's flickering a bit. We'll fix that. I think we can add some tags first. So they've got a layer of ground, but they're tagged as untagged. We'll give the buildings these are not tags that I need. Actually, I got these before from an asset I was testing in the same project, so I'll just delete these four. We need these ones only. Oh, I think, yeah, anyway, we just have our extra weapon one as well. So we'll simply tag it as a stone. In all of these barrels, select the barrels and keep them as Yes, chain children. The barrels can be set to metal. All of these slopes can be stone. Big slope, stone, and the walls radiate stone. This cube, I think we can give it tag metal, and then the stairs can be stone. Plane can also be a stone. The main floor, the ground itself. Just set these ammo pickups to metal and slab to stone. Now these are outside, so we'll just drag them inside and we'll create an empty game object and call this testing. Rather, I think simply delete those because we don't need them after all the other objects have tags, which will anyway end up used as testing. So we'll simply create an empty game object and call this one pickups and interactions. Now we can save our project again. Drag all the ammo pickups into the pickups and interactions, and the slab is it's just like a cube. So let's create a new empty game object. Call this simple objects, and we'll simply drag this slab and these three. Now we can close this, save the project, play maximized, and hit the play button. You can see the effects. You can shoot and it looks really good. And for some reason the effect isn't coming on this, so you can see how sometimes it does, and when we're very close to it, our camera clips through the first one and then hits the other, so you can see that issue. And anyway, because the box collider, it's spawning them in the air, which is great. So I think we can just remove the shooting. Let's see what we can do. Let's set that as metal. Now you can select all of these, make them untagged, and press the play button again. Now shooting and bullets won't actually affect it. reason we can see that there's no effect as well. Some places there is and some there is, so I think that I never actually told it to tag the rest, because it never does ask. So select them together and so make them stone. For each of the buildings we need to do this one by one, so we'll call it stone. Then we'll select these 3 again, and select these 3 using command and then shift and call them stone. Now we can see then they're still all stone. After that we'll check the barrels, so they're untagged, just make them metal. Then on the slopes they were all done manually anyway. The walls were not done, so we can make them stone again. Pickups and interactions, that's not need to be touched. Simple objects, all of these need to be. Do they? I think they don't. They were tagged already before we actually put them in the simple objects. So now, going to the building, we have those effects. Shoot. You can shoot on the second, third floor, and there's no issue. Can reload. Pick up E. So you can see there's a funny flickering. I think we can fix that quickly. So just in the environment we have the simple objects, pickups and interactions, and what we're going to do is just make these a bit bigger, the bounds. So or rather make these ones small. So what about doing that? Make that 0.4, make this one 0.9 and this one 0.5. And now we'll just copy this component and then simply select the box body of both of these and paste in the component values. After that we can press the play button again, and now you will see that there's no flickering and no issues. Aim. The metal is making a hole there and we can see it. So that's really it for this video. It's been a long one, 34 minutes already. See you in the next one. Yeah, so let's just close all of this.